Hello and welcome back. You have made it through 3 days of this intensive sales training, and today you're on day 4, our final day inside of this 4-day sales intensive training. And today is going to be all about scaling your business. For the last 3 days, we have talked about how to attract eyes to our capture pages, how to capture people, their email, through our valuable freebies, our valuable giveaways. Then we talked about how to create massive content on the internet so that we're constantly creating a flow of traffic, getting people to understand why they need our products, to see the problems that they're having in their lives that our products can solve. And hopefully by now you understand that this is the only way you're going to make sales online. So for the 4th and final day, we are talking about scalability. How do we get making sales online? And we go to making 10 sales online, 100 sales online. The sky's the limit with how many sales you can make over your career by implementing every single thing I have taught you inside of this 4-day sales intensive training. So welcome back. Welcome to your final day. I hope you're excited. Remember that today might be the final day of training and of teaching, but for the rest of this week, for the rest of your 7 days, you absolutely have to implement every single thing we have talked about if you want to get your business going and make that first sale so that you can make 100 sales. There's a few specific steps that I'm going to be talking to you about today. This is going to be a review on the topics we have already gone over from the past 3 days. Now I want to give you a couple different concepts, that you can understand that you don't have to do it exactly the way that we have set out in this 4-day intensive. You don't have to do everything exactly the same way that someone else does it, but the strategies that you've learned inside of this 4-day intensive, the strategies have to be the same. There's just some basic frameworks that are going to be the foundation for your business. So there's a core principle that you've been learning, and that's if you want to sell anything, you have to be changing people's lives. If you don't make it clear to them that your product is going to change their lives, then no one is going to feel the need or a sense of urgency to buy your product. They're not buying it for any other reason than they expect a benefit to happen inside of their lives. They're not buying it to be nice to you. They're not buying it because they have, just boatloads of money that they have no idea where else to spend it on. Anybody who's making a purchase decision has the end goal that their life is somehow going to be better because of it. They're going to derive happiness because of the purchase. So whatever their problem is, you have to make sure that your product is solving their problem. It has to come across as a life change. Now, I've told you this before, and because this is our 4-day review, our final lesson, I want to reiterate that you have to stop thinking about the sell. You have to stop thinking about the money and your end goal. All right? When you stop thinking that you're selling stuff and you start focusing on changing lives, then your product is going to come across as extremely beneficial. You're not selling products, you're changing lives. If you think that your product doesn't change any lives, then I'm here to tell you that you're in the wrong business. You're not going to be making any money if you don't stand behind your product and believe that it changes lives. I don't care what you're selling. You could be selling gummy vitamins for kids, but if you don't have a strong passion that this is going to change a life in some way, people are going to feel that, and they're never going to opt into your list. They're never going to stick around on your email list if you don't have concrete, valuable content every single day that reiterates how you feel about your product, okay? Now, I'm not saying that you are completely and radically changing lives, right? I think there's very few things in this world that has completely and utterly radically changed people's lives in the form of a product. But what the bottom line of this topic is about this core principle is that you're making things better. You're bringing happiness to where people had a hole of they had that missing element inside of their lives, and your product fits that section in their lives, okay? Again, if you're not making a change, they're not buying. So that was the core principle we've talked about. I've taught you in this 4-day intensive. That core principle is how you build your capture pages. It's how you build your sales pages. It's how you send out your emails every day. And it's how you make your content for the web every day. So it's how you make your videos. It's how you make your freebies, how you make your blog posts. That was our core principle. I'm going to get into the second principle after that. One of the first things that holds people back from making our first sale is that you don't have a list. So in our very first day, we talked about making a list. You can never make your first sale. You might have made it from someone you talked to in person, but I'm talking about online sales. You can never make your first sale, and I never made my first sale by posting product pictures and my affiliate link. I never made a sale from that. When I started capturing emails, which is our the second principle after our core principle, I started a mind shift that my products change lives. Then I focused all of my material around that, and I started building a list from this. When I started building a list, that's how I made my first sale online. That's how I've made 100 sales, 1,000 sales since online. To make the very first sale, you have to have a list, but you also need to tap into the people that you already know. So we talked about the grassroots approach. The people that are willing to help you. The email or the social media post that you send out that says, "Today is my day. I'm finally ready to build my business. Can you help me?" You can offer free consultations as much as you want. You're most likely going to have people signing up to get on your email list for a free consultation for whatever your product is. And by the end of your consultation, you're gonna have a sale. You're going to have 1 or 2 people, maybe 5, maybe 10, I don't know, but you're gonna have at least one person that is willing to take a chance on you, willing to take a chance with your product and purchase. This is so clear to me of how you can start from complete scratch. You don't have to spend any type of money, and that's what I love the most about this 4-day intensive is everything that I have taught you, besides the lead pages, the autoresponder, that you can start using once you have started building your list. Remember, I said after about 25 people, I find it unmanageable to manage your own list. That's when you can start using and purchasing tools that's going to help your business. But everything I've taught you inside of this course, you can have for complete free right now. So don't worry about wasting your money on paid advertising or any of that other stuff right now. This is how you can go completely grassroots and start building your business from scratch. The third principle that has been our focus inside of this 4-day intensive is me telling you that the very first thing I did when I got started online, that is an everyday money-making activity, is I created squeeze pages, capture pages for every different social media page that I wanted to be on. I had a different page for YouTube. I had a different page for Facebook, for Instagram, for my blog, for anything else that I was putting out on the internet that I wanted to capture emails from. Now, why did I do this? Why is this a principle inside of this training? This is a principle inside of our training that I want you to understand in terms of scalability, because you can understand where you're driving traffic from. So if you have 10 different capture pages, 10 different squeeze pages that you're capturing emails from with your valuable content, your giveaways, you can see what's working. So if you're getting 100 people from your blog or from, whatever social media page, if there's one that's working better and another one that you're not getting anybody from, you know where to focus your attention on. This is a money-making activity. I don't want to waste my time on some place that I'm getting 0 leads from. Why would I want to continue focusing energy on that when I'm getting hundreds of people from this site over here? And I know that because whoever opts into this list, it's going to show me that they opted into list XYZ instead of list ABC. I monitor traffic sources this way. When I first got started, I started placing my squeeze pages anywhere that I could, right? I wanted to capture traffic from all of these sources. But when I saw that one wasn't working, I didn't stay emotionally attached to it. I cut it off because I want to focus only on what's making money for me. And you should too. Don't be so attached to one social media page that might be your favorite, but no one is reacting to your call to action. They're not opting into your list. They're not getting your freebie. Don't stay emotionally attached to that. And don't feel like because your upline or because someone else that you know has told you that that is their bread and butter, that's where they're getting all their, sales from. Don't get so emotionally attached to one source that you're not willing to change it, that you're not willing to move on if it's not working for you. It might work for someone else, but this process has to be your own. That's what we've talked about, and this is key to this principle, is that this is your way of doing things. I've given you the structure, I've given you the building tools of which to build your business on. Now make it your own. Capture pages, freebies, giveaways, content, they work anywhere on the internet. Make sure that you find the one that best suits you. If you find a great place of traffic, stay attached to that source. Get rid of the ones that aren't working. Be careful that you don't become too attached to any traffic source. If it stops working, then start looking for another traffic source. To build your business, to go from one sale to 10, 20, 100, 1,000, whatever, the sky is the limit, whatever. You have to constantly be fluid inside of your business. When I first started out, I had one product. I noticed that I was having a hard time leveraging that product to get more money from it, okay? I could not stay attached to that product if I wanted to have the breakthrough inside of my business. So I started generating other forms of content, other products, other ways to represent my product that allowed me to scale my income. Always make sure that you're continuously willing to change. When you're choosing a traffic source, go out there, create a different squeeze page for each one and see what happens. See where you're generating the traffic from. Then you're going to know where people are coming from. You can drop what isn't working. You can create different pieces of content for what is working. If that ever stops working, don't hang your head and believe that your business is doomed. Well, I had a good run. No, you always have to be fluid and continuously staying in front of your business. Remember what I talked about? It was the second day or the third day when I talked about no one else is the spokesperson for your business right now. No one else is the hype man for your business. You are the only one that can continue to create content, continue to get it out there. When something's not working, you're the person to go in and fix it. When your business gets to the point of, maybe 60,000 a month, 100,000 a month, when you're at that point, start hiring people to help you with this. But right now, when you're starting at scratch, You have to be the person that's getting in there, digging the ditches, doing the hard work for your business. If you don't, no one else is going to be convinced that you're a leader if you're not acting like a leader, and no one's going to trust you. All right? Let's get into our next principle. I've talked a lot about organic traffic. You want to write an article, you want to do a video, you write an email, and then you blast it out to every single source that you can find. I still do this every single day inside of my business. I've talked extensively about this because I believe that if you're starting out from nothing, you know what, I know, I've been there, I've done it. That's why I still do it every single day, because my business still isn't where I want it to be. I'm still not at the scalable point that I don't have to do this every day. You know, my business is thriving. I'm teaching you guys how to do it, but every single day I get my organic traffic. I write an article. I do a video. I send out my emails, and I'm blasting it all over anywhere that I can find, every source on the internet. This is the only way you're going to build your business. You can figure out inside of your business the best possible way to run it by doing this organic traffic method. Get your hands dirty, do it yourself. You know, I just talked about a couple breaths ago, I said, are you in the trenches? Are you doing the hard work? If you want to be a leader inside of your team, right? We're all focused on building our team as much as we are of selling our products. Don't you want your team members to see that you're the leader who's doing it the exact same way that you're asking them to do it? You are going to become the expert by learning how to do these things. You cannot buy your way into success in online business. You absolutely can't. So you might have purchased this course thinking that I was going to give you a magic pill and you can just buy your way into success. It absolutely doesn't work that way. You know, I want to give you the example of my business. When I first started online, I had absolutely no clue what I was doing. No clue. I was doing everything that produced zero sales. I had to learn all of this by myself. Because I learned it all by myself, because I'm doing every single day what I'm teaching, I'm now the expert and I'm able to teach these concepts. If you want to be the expert, you do the hard work and get yourself up to that next level. Every single day, every single action you do inside of your business is going to be a learning experience. By writing the articles yourself, you're going to understand what drives traffic. One article is going to outperform another article. You're going to understand what works. If you're always trying to figure out something else instead of doing the hard work, you're never going to understand what is actually succeeding inside of your business. So in the future, when you understand that this article severely outperformed article B, then you know that you need to always write about, write in the same form, in the same style, about the same stuff as article A that outperformed article B. So you can, in the future, outsource all of this, but right now you cannot afford to outsource it if you don't understand what's working, because how will you tell other people what to write if you don't understand from your own experience what works? Yes, there's resources out there that are going to help you maintain your business in the future, but right now, build your business for free. Every single strategy that I've taught you is free. Outsource it after your pockets are so bursting with profits that you can outsource it. Right now is not the time to be doing that. Right now is not the time to go out and purchase another training course. I know that every single thing I've taught you inside of this 4-day intensive, if you actually do the work, is what has taken my business from zero, literally zero sales, zero team members, zero leads, zero everything, nothing, to profitable and thriving. I do the exact same things that I tell you. You know, you're going to find and figure out the demand for what people want by doing the email questions that I've told you. Do the email question and answer. So you have one person on your list, they don't know if they're 1 or 100,000. Write every email that you have as if you're talking to an audience that fills up the Staples Center. Hey everyone, hello, you know, what questions do you guys have for me? If one person responds, you can guarantee that a couple other people have those exact same questions. This is how you're going to figure out the demand for what your list has. You're going to figure out what people want by the interaction they have with you on your social media posts. That's why I stress don't get attached to one site where you're getting zero reaction from anybody. You're gonna figure out all of the large traffic generating material, the sources, by doing it yourself. You're building your business from nothing. And you wouldn't be taking this class if you didn't want to scale it up. So please listen to what I'm saying and implement it. You've had 4 days of intensive training. Use the next 3 days in the 7-day week to actually implement everything. Let me get on to my next principle, the next foundation. So I've talked to you about squeeze pages. You're going to get people to subscribe to your email list. You're going to send them a daily email. You're going to ask them questions about what you need to solve in their life. You're going to write a sales letter. You're going to say, you know, look, these are the problems that you're having in your life. I'm here to teach you. I am here to offer the product for this price. And then you're going to give them a call to action. Then you're done. All right? That's it. That is making the first sale. I want to talk to you guys about something that happens more often than not. And it's that you've been looking for a lot of information. You're getting information overload right now. You're getting way too much information. The bottom line is what I just told you. At some point, you have to turn it off. You have to make your squeeze page. You have to get it in front of people. Send them a daily email. Ask them questions about what they need in their life. Write a sales letter. Say, these are your problems. This is my solution. This is my product. It's this price. Buy it. That's it. If you're chuckling and you're still thinking this is too simple, then you're looking for too much information. Just turn it off at some point. Until you have made that first sale, then you don't need any more information than what I'm teaching you in these past 4 days. The thing that holds people back is that they try to learn everything, but they're not doing it. So the only thing you need to focus on are the simple strategies that I have taught you in the past 4 days. That's it. You can make progress if you do what I have told you to do. You can make your first sale, and then you can leverage it as high as you want to go. You may not believe that this works, and then you haven't been hanging around me long enough. I have done exactly what I've told you to do, and I have not only taken my business from nothing, I'm now literally living the dream life that I envisioned when I got started in this. You have wanted to learn from someone who's doing it. Well, this is why I'm asking you to follow what I'm saying and implement it to the T. I like to tell you about my mistakes. I like to let you know that I'm a real person that was struggling online when I first started out. You can see now that I have found the answer. I want to teach you the answers so that you don't have to live through the mistakes that I have made. I looked around, I saw what successful people were doing online. That's how I learned. I saw that every single one of them were collecting emails. Every single one of them were collecting emails and sending out an email every single day. When I saw this, I said, okay, so the $1 million earner is sending out emails every single day, then I'm going to send out emails every single day. I knew when I got my first subscriber that it was working. I was going to send them out a valuable email every single day. Some days I send out 2 because I see that the $1 million earners online, this is what they do. I did not try and question it. I didn't do anything but followed exactly what I saw the successful people doing. My understanding was that I have to stay in front of people every single day. When I started making sales, I was really excited. Even though this was a very low-end product, the very first sale I made, which was actually 2 sales within half an hour of each other, I got really excited, even though it was a very low-end product, because it showed me that people who were getting on my list were buyers. I got really excited about this because I knew that I had done it. When I made that first 2 sales, I knew that I could make 20 sales. I knew that I could make 200 sales because it was working. I made these sales in the beginning, but what I'm trying to tell you is that your excitement really needs to stem from the fact that you can now scale this. So the more people that I added to my list every single day, and my goal was 10,000 people on my email list, I knew that the statistics were that I was going to keep leveraging my sales higher and higher the more people I got on my list to be making that 10,000 a month that affords the lifestyle that I want. This is how you leverage your sales. This is how you take everything that I've taught you in these 4 days and you scale it to the level that you want to be making in income every single month. People want to learn from you. People want to see that you're doing it yourself. So when you're building your business right now, you're building your team, make sure that you're constantly doing the work. That's how you're going to tell people about your struggles, how you overcame them, and how they can trust you. So that's if you're building your team. You can tell them how you overcame not making any sales to making that first sale, and now you're making X amount of money every single month to afford your dream life. Make sure people understand that they can learn from you and that they are learning from someone who is in the trenches doing the work that they need to do themselves. If you can do something on a consistent basis, then every single month you're going to be making a little bit more. This is a very sustainable business practice. When you make your first sale online, then you're able to see that it's completely doable. You understand what you did to make that first sale, what you did to make money, and then you replicate it. Each month you can highlight a different product. If one product goes stagnant, switch to a different product, but you understand the foundation of now how to promote that product, how to get eyeballs onto that product from your squeeze page, how to talk about it in daily emails and daily content. So whatever product you're working with, you understand how to scale it. I tell you all of this because I want you to know it's possible. It's not going to happen from a simple click it and get rich scheme. Online business, and I want you to listen, and this might, I don't know, it might seem harsh to you, but this is the bottom line of it. When you start building your business online, it's not going to pay your bills the first month. Okay? You're not going to get all this in place and wake up the next morning and all of a sudden you're making that $10,000 a month, that $60,000 a month. Working your business means that if you know how to make that first sale and you do the work, you can scale it every single day, every single month, and leverage it to keep those sales up and keep moving forward. I taught you what the steps are. I did not get rich my first month. I didn't get rich my second month. But by my 5th month online, by doing the hard work, the discipline, the pushing through the frustration, I was not only able to pay all of my bills all of my bills through my online business. By my 5th month online, I had money left over for savings, and I, for the first time in my life, was able to start making financial investments, which I had always dreamed about. My 5th month online, I was able to pay all of my bills from just what I taught you today. I was able to put money in savings. And above and beyond that, I was able to realize a financial goal that I had had for my whole life, which was to go and start investing in precious metals. So this did not happen my first month. It took me 5 months online of hard work doing what I'm teaching you today before I started to see the real profits inside of my business. The bottom line of all of this that I'm telling you today, and why I'm telling it to you, is I had to keep working hard. You're going to have to keep working hard. Leveraging your first sale, understanding that it works, understanding what works, where you generated your traffic from. Keep fighting through your frustrations. Keep scaling your products. Keep making the content and blasting it out. And eventually, the momentum that you have generated from all of this is going to get you to the place completely online where your dreams are being realized. As I close out this 4th and final training, this has been the very basic of all my trainings. This is the most basic training you will ever get from me. It's 4 days of hard, intensive work. I work with people every single day over my year-long coaching program, where we then work on a one-on-one, very close basis to move through those frustrations you're going to feel in your business, using these bare basic techniques that I've taught you over these 4 days. These are the exact steps taken from someone who is doing it and succeeding online. That's me. You've hired me through this course to teach you what I'm doing, and this is what I'm doing. We have successfully worked through 4 days of instruction, and now, like I've said before, I want you to work hard through the remainder of the 7 days of this week to actually implement all of this instruction into your business. You just have to work hard and get it done. The very last principle that I'm going to give you is the scaling concept. You need to focus on, when you make your first sale from these bare bones basic training, 4 days intensive, what do you need to do to make one more sale after that? What do you need to do to get one more person on your list from that? Then 4 people, then 4 sales, 8, 100, and the list, and it goes on and on and on. You have to keep doing what you're doing until you make the amount of sales that you want to. Either you have to get more people on your list, you need to focus on a different product. Maybe every single month that your company, has that many products that you can focus on a different product every single month. What did you do to get 40 subscribers in your very first month? Okay, so you know what to do. Now you scale it up. You get 80 subscribers, which means you work double hard. You get the momentum going. What did you do to make that first sale? Review your strategies. Okay, now you know what to do, and you keep doing that. You scale up the intensity. So when you made your first sale by having, say, 40 people on your list or 10 people on your list, you can make another sale and scale up the amount of sales by getting 100 people on your list now. You remember the techniques that you've been taught, and you simply go out and implement them. Techniques are here for a reason, not because you are me or I am whoever, or you're watching other people and feeling you have to do it their exact way or where they're at doing it online, but the technique is the foundation for what you're doing. You just have to understand that they work, and then you go out and do them. If you stop making a sale and you can't figure out why, then you have to think about trying something new. But you can't do that until you did the first 3 days, what we talked about, and that's getting the organic traffic flowing. All right, this is the final review. Get people to your squeeze page, get them to subscribe to it, and these are through your freebies, your giveaways. Write a daily email every single day. Find out what they like, the people on your list, sell them your products to solve their problems. Create daily content. Continuously be solving problems. After that, and after you've made your first sale, start scaling it up to a whole new level. You have now found what works. So all you have to do is implement it over these next 3 days. You have a full week to implement it. You can always ask me questions at coachmeredithdale@gmail.com. And of course, my year-long coaching program is always open to you. If after implementing all of these steps, you now want a personal coach to work you through every single frustration that you have when we need to make the breakthroughs using these techniques. I'm so glad that you hired me for these past 4 days to teach you everything I know. I'm absolutely thrilled that you're about to have the success in your business that you've dreamed about. Implement everything that I've taught you. These are now your video library to always go back and work on what you need to. But for this next 3 days, implement everything that I've taught you, and the sky is the limit for you, my friend. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Make your first sale. Get those people on your list and solve problems. Have a great day. Bye-bye.